Hey everyone, this is Will from beardandtea.com, and continuing with these 3 videos that are kind of a loosely grouped series. We had a first video on rescuing data with a Linux live CD or live installation. We had our second one on recovering data using a Linux live host, and just a final roundup to the end of it. I'm going to show you how to force mount partitions that are not showing up properly. Like, let's say you hook up a drive and the drive just isn't there. Now there is some other things other than just using the mount command. I mean, sometimes you have to use NTFS3G. Most of the distros nowadays are setting that up properly, but if you have an older distro or it's not working properly, you may need to know how to use this if you're trying to use it to recover data. Anyhow, go and fire up console. And what to pay particular attention to here is both media, which, as you see, here's the mount point for this, which it's not actually the mount point, it's just this is a link to the mount point. Mount points are in here. And I haven't actually played around with LVMs, so I'm really not so sure how this works right here, but I will still show you how to do this. The mount command is mount, and then what you do is you specify a place for the file mount to be located, or you actually specify the drive, and then you specify a mount point. In this place, it would be dev. I'm trying to even think what the device name would be for this flash drive I have plugged in. Hopefully, we can have some info here. Device information, USB devices. Before, you'd have a lot of things that, like, okay, what I did is I went and looked in the dev file, which is, up here with etc and mount and media, and there's the dev, I'll do an ls in dev, and it actually shows you all of the devices here in the system. And a lot of your devs before were SDA, SDB, which is storage device A, storage device B, not so sure on the SGs. TTs are usually ports. So what we can actually do here is take a look and see if mount, oops, wrong window. SDB1, and we'll put it in and only York can do that. So switch user to root, mount /dev /sdb1 /mount /test. Mount point test does that exist? Okay, there it was. You have to create the folder in the mount directory before you can mount anything to it. In my case, I did a mkdir, which is make directory /mount USB. So now I can go mount dev sdb1 to mount USB. And just for the sake of being easy to look, see now the USB here, I mounted it in my mount USB folder. And if you wanted to unmount, it's actually umount. And you should just be able to hit that. Oh, maybe not. I guess it'll stay there unless I have to refresh Dolphin. Go to the root, take a look. There we go. You have to actually launch a new instance. Mounting it removes it, and having it up there brings it back. If we go back and remount it, you hit refresh, and it's all back. And that is how you set that up. And what you're actually setting here is, a device and mount point. There's also mounting where you have to specify certain types of mount parameters. Now, there's a driver for reading and writing NTFS file systems, which would be, you'd end up somewhere along the lines of mount/t NTFS 3G -3G. That's if it's installed. And then you have your dev SDA just mount. And let's say you make a folder called NTFS, and then you mount it like that. Something else, though, to be aware of, and I just learned this myself a little bit ago. I'm going to take this guy and put him, not in documents, let's put him in, and I guess home. Hang on 1 second. I'm going to drop this this file here into home. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the everything's a link deal that they got going on. But I'll make it work. Just give me a second. There, that'll work. I'll copy actually the Ubuntu ISO, and you can actually mount an ISO directly to the file system. Like, you don't even need like a third-party program like you used to in every operating system in Windows. Aside from before 7, you always had to have Power ISO or Magic ISO, or you had to have something in order to mount it. So what we'll do is go to our thing here, and all right, so we're here, and we're going to go to home, go to your name, go to, okay, so mount. I'm going to mount -O loop, and it's going to be the Ubuntu ISO image. It's okay. Basically means that I just had to that was a little ugly, but I think it actually worked, so let's take a look. And there, you see the actual ISO image for the Ubuntu disk is mounted here. So if you have an ISO and you actually don't want to burn it out in Linux, you can just do this by hand, and you don't have to burn it out. I'm sure there's also graphical installers to do this too. And the one last thing is mount-A mounts everything in etc fstab, and what etc fstab is /etc fstab, it's file system table, and everything in here is a mount point. So it's like temporary file system mounts to dev SDM, these mount to here, mount to here, mount to here, the type of file system, and you see all these, like, this is all messed up looking because it's a logical volume instead of a physical volume, so there's temporary file systems and development points and all sorts of things. But if you actually had like an older file system, it would literally say dev SDA1, and it's on dev media, ext3, how big it is, and it would be very cut and dry. And you can actually go in here and type your own things in here, and if you hit mount A or mount dash A, everything in there will be force mounted. So that was a small tutorial on mounting on Linux. It can be a little confusing, but be aware that if you plug something in and your drive just doesn't show up, it's not always a hardware problem. Sometimes these operating systems just don't pick up on some of the stranger hardware. Sometimes they won't automatically pick them up. Sometimes you have to do it yourself. So this has been Will for Beer and IT, and you can drop us a line on any questions or problems you may have. And you can do it here, or you can come to beernat.com/forum and do it there. You can also help out our members because they're always asking questions. And you can also stop by our store at beernat.com/store and take a look at our full line of PC repair training videos. And we also, carry toolkits. We carry some other supplies for PC repair. So come on, check us out, and I'll see you on the forums, and you'll have a great day.